since James Harden has been with the Cleveland Cavaliers, I believe they're 5-1, man. They're looking pretty good. Definitely day and night with how when Garland's healthy has run that offense versus with James Harden. But do you think this is Donovan Mitchell's best chance at finally getting past the second round?
I mean that yeah, this is definitely the best chance that out of the teams that he's been on. I think sorry. I think that they look pretty good, and they have the double bigs thing definitely works in your favor when you have a guy like Harden who likes to feed his bigs. And at the end of the day, Harden is better than Garland for sure, at least for the regular season, and probably for the playoffs too. Garland hasn't had any huge playoff moments, but
Yeah.
that still doesn't mean that he's going to be what you need to get super deep into the playoffs. East is pretty open, so I could see them making the conference finals, especially depending on what side of the bracket that they end up on, if they're on the side opposite the Pistons. But um, I mean, he's raised their ceiling. They definitely look a lot better. I'll absolutely give them that, and I think it's definitely a move that you make.
Yeah, and then they added some more veterans too. So that's kind of what you need when you're in the playoffs. And I think that's going to serve them well. From player 6 through 8 in that rotation, especially once it gets shortened. But like you said, the biggest thing is probably just James Harden. Obviously, we know he's going to play make at a high level and make everyone else around him better and make it easier on the bigs as well too. Uh, this is probably I know James Harden old as hell right now. But this is unfortunately this is probably the best player that Donovan Mitchell's played with since being drafted to Utah. So a lot of times with Donovan Mitchell, his teammates have been kind of injured in the playoffs or he just didn't have another guy that can get a bucket, and he feel like he has to be kind of take on that Super Bowl Superman mindset where he has to do everything himself. But I think James Harden is gonna do very well for them. I'm nervous, obviously, with the scoring pressure, but what I'm saying getting Dennis Schroeder and those other guys, I think will kind of help them. And I think what's homie's name? Max Strus is still injured and he's set to come back soon. So they got the pieces, but like you said, it's really going to just depend on where they finish in the Eastern Conference as well too. So right now they're the fourth seed. Toronto has been playing well this year, but they have no experience in the playoffs, like deep experience. Um, so right now, if the playoffs ended, they play the Toronto Raptors, and I think I'll take Cleveland, especially if they're at home in the 7 game series, and then from there you kind of just hope that you get matched up. Oof. I mean, you gotta go through Detroit after that. So that's tough. That's tough. But no, I think I'm excited for the Eastern Conference, man, and I'm excited to see what the Cavs kind of talk about because I think Mobley just came back, so I want to see what their chemistry also kind of looks like with James Harden when he gets back. But this is their year, like you said, the Eastern Conference is wide open, so it's going to really come down to matchups when it's all said and done.